Good morning, everybody. It is October 2023, and here's a market review for this week. It is shit. Seriously, it is just, oh, dude, trying to get a job now is so difficult. And let me rephrase that. Getting a job now is difficult to the standards of what you're accustomed to or working to the level of what you're expecting. So what do I mean by that? I've been talking to recruiters probably on a daily basis now. Reason being is because I'm like majority of you guys trying to find a new job, trying to find a new role. And what's happening is that it they're saying, look, it is an employer's market at the moment because there's so many of us contractors or permanent employees who are now trying to look for a new job because we've been let go from projects, so budgets that have been slashed or projects that were really inflated or too heavily, too many manpowered, if I could say that, So basically what it is that they've gone, yeah, we need like 10 staff, we need like 10, you know, Azure engineers, 10 AWS engineers. Really and truly, you only needed three competent people to be able to do that kind of work of what they want. So they said, yeah, the rest of you six or seven folks, you guys got to get let go. Or contractors on the whole is just like, yeah, we tossing you out. And that's the issue about being a contractor. You don't really get treated like a permanent employee where you get really good notice up front and really good care. You are literally scooped out with the garbage. So let's look at basically some stats, shall we? So I'm at some IT Job Watch. I took a quick look at the stats. And, let's look at permanent and contract, shall we? So if I look at what was year to date, so this time last year, things are down significantly. I mean, so look at that. It's just like diabolical. It's like, machine learning. Who's going to do machine learning at 65 grand? Dude, you know how intense that job is? Like, no way. Data engineer at 58? Get out. I'm not going to do that kind of mayhem for long term. No, sirree. So and contract. So what I mean by that long term, so let's say for example, a lot of recruitment agencies that they're doing their job. Okay. The war is not with the recruitment agencies, guys. The war is with the people who's hiring you. Now, some companies have a healthy budget and given healthy rates. Some companies do have healthy budget, but not given healthy rates for perm and contract. And the reason why is because, as I alluded to at the very beginning, if I did basically what's happening is that you've got a lot of people on the market. So they have a very high pick of people. Now, here's where it's interesting. Some people are getting hired who are really good at being interviewed, but not really good at their job, right? So what's happening is that they get the job and everything, and then you see the job re-advertised like within 2 to 3 weeks because the people that employ the guy or girl just realize that no, this person can't do the job. Reason being is because people rely on their CV because they got bills to pay. They got bills to pay. And this comes up to a very important thing about your career. When it comes to your IT career, it is best not to pick a small niche. What I mean by that is, like, say, for example, like VMware with vRealize, that's a small niche market. That product is very expensive. That product is very focused for on-prem. What's very in demand and popular is like public cloud, but DevOps and automation and stuff like that. So to land yourself a job quite quickly is to be able to have the skills that are in demand. So I'm not saying that VMware is not in demand. I'm just saying the market for that is very small. Okay, so let's see AWS. Let's see what that's like. I think AWS is in worse state in terms of rules in comparison to Azure. There's more rules that are less in demand, and the rate's taking a big hit as well. I think a lot more people are using the AWS. That's the reason what this is reflecting than Azure, because I think AWS it was always king of cloud, if I could say it like that. Azure now is slowly creeping up, but because less people have adopted it, then therefore less people are being let go. But because less people are actually in that circle, that means that basically more people get hired at this point in time for Azure, from what I can see. But the rate's shit, you know. So I've done that. Let's say Google Cloud. Google Cloud is interesting because, oh, why do you do that? Google Cloud is interesting because, again, I think it's very similar to Azure, where not many people not many people have actually adopted it or use it. But what's happening is Google, Google Cloud. What's happening is that a lot of people are, not seeing that much so in demand. Cloud security professional. Okay, I did do Google Cloud. Let's come up with some other random bogus crap. But anyway, you know, cloud solutions architect, those things are down, but you get the drift. Like Google Cloud Platform, you know, is minus 4%. Okay, so minus 4% doesn't sound like much, but if you're looking at this time last year when that roll was like 750, 800, that's minus £200 off your roll. That's what's that? 2 5 10. That's £1,000. That's 4 grand less a month than what you're going to get as a contractor. It's a significant amount of cash, man, that you're going to have to live without. So that's where we are. You know, if we look here at the actual job front and seeing like where we are with things. So again, it's I'm seeing Azure engineer. Let's go for permanent. And just it's the same story for AWS and Google Cloud. It's you're seeing a lot of more perm jobs, but you can see that think they're not listed. The job day rate's not listed, and it's like the higher the mark, 40 to 50. Like this time last year, it was like a lot of that meat was more up on this scale of things. Above 100 grand was like up to like 300 points, where it's like 128 points now. That's just like, it's really bad. What's up with this? Like, if you have a Azure infrastructure engineer, right? Why am I, if I'm going to come to your office for 1 day a week in the office, why? Why am I going to do that? Because it's just like, while I'm in the office for that 1 day of the week, guess where everybody else is going to be then speaking on the phone? They're going to be at friggin' home, right? So why am I coming to the office for 1 day a week? Why not just put it fully remote? Stop playing games. Anyway, over, but that is just basically where things are. Let's go for contracting, 867 jobs. Probably half of those, like 270, is going to be just fishing. I am seeing some weird, peculiar behavior again from certain recruiters. Actually, I'm going to say I did call this recruiter. I'm not going to say the person I spoke to, but I said, dude, you posted this job, and I haven't heard from you in like 2, 3 weeks, and I see your job advertised every Monday. Where are we at? Can I? You want to talk to me or not? And I say, oh yeah, that rule's duff. Just what do you mean the rule's duff? What do you mean it's duff? Just like, yeah, I just posted it to see like what the market's like, and that rule's not live. I just want to be able to see like where we are with things and what candidates are applying. So basically, we call it harvesting CVs. My CVs are being harvested. Opus RS, I do appreciate that. You may find this insulted me talking to you about it, but you know, you probably as a business don't know that some of your people are doing that. I don't know, but it's not, it's just kind of weird behavior again. And if that's tools of the trade, I respect that, tools of the trade. But you're getting our hopes up for nothing. But anyway, that's where we are. It is a big fight for a lot of things. And what I'm seeing is just like, okay, you got jobs advertised, but there's some weird tech coming out that is just not aligned with what I'm seeing as well. So it's like you get like DevOps engineer, okay, cool, that's great, but it's just like a whole raft of things. And it's like, okay, this is quite decent role. I can't actually say CBS Butler does do a good job. And Venturi do as well. I'm seeing a lot of data factories and stuff like that. But look at this. Oh, look. Was there a data factory engineer and trainer for 300 to 350 a day? Dude, that is just crazy. You know how friggin' hard data engineering is? You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, no, sorry, I take that back. That's really good. Look, initial 8 days for training, followed by 3 months engineering contract start date. Oh, I take it back. I take it back. I'm very sorry. That's a good opportunity right there. You know? Well, I was just gonna say there's a lot. Look at it. That's decent. Maybe the maybe maybe the contract side of things is picking up this week. I don't know. What I do know is this. I'm seeing some like this. Look at that. 360. You know what I mean? ARM template. Let's take a little peek at this, shall we? Azure DevOps, easy. ARM templates. Why? Use Terraform. CI/CD pipelines, of course. YAML. That's a given if you're gonna have pipelines. GitHub. Well, how does that align with DevOps? Azure networking. Yep. UK security. I could do that with my eyes closed, but for 360 a day, come on. You know what I mean? You're making me cry. I'll still apply for it though. Not because I need a job. That's where we are. That's how things are. Anyway, there is your update and report for this October 2023. Market's diabolical. It's absolutely insulting. But you got to do what you got to do to survive. And I will let you know this same time, hopefully next week, how things are, if they've improved and where we are with things, with what agencies are saying. But it looks like we're going to have to ride this wave until next year, ladies and gentlemen. Dude out.